Hello guys, how are you all doing? So today I want to talk about a particular interesting topic in chemistry called solubility. In case you were asking, what is this solubility? I want you to know that the concept of solubility is applied across many fields, just like in the pharmaceutical sector, in environmental science and management, in analytical chemistry, in water treatment, name them. So the knowledge of solubility is what actually helps in carrying out so many processes used in this field. So what is solubility? Solubility is defined as the amount of a solute that can dissolve in 1 dm cube of the solution at a given temperature. I take the definition again. Solubility is defined as the amount of solute that can dissolve in 1 dm cube of the solution at a given temperature. Now, what does this mean in essence? Let me show you people. This is a 1 dm cube flask, okay? So this is a volumetric flask. We call it a volumetric flask, and this is 1 dm cube volumetric flask. When you look here, you will see 1000 ml. 1000 ml is equal to 1 dm cube. So this definition I just gave, what does it mean in essence? Remember, I said the amount of solute that can dissolve in 1 dm cube of the solution, not water. Water alone is just a solvent. Solute plus solvent gives what? Solution. Okay. Now, when we get a known mass of the solute, dissolve it in a little amount of water, pour it in here. So when we pour it in here, we add distilled water. When you look closely here, you will see a mark at the neck of this flask. Now, this mark is where you fill up the solvent or the solution, where you fill up, yes, either solvent or solution. This is the mark that when you are adding the solution or the solvent into this flask, this is where it must stop, okay? Once it stops here, that gives you your what? 1 dm cube solution, okay? So when you dissolve that known mass of the solute, which is usually a salt, in little amount of water and pour it here, then you now add water. In this case, we normally make use of what? Distilled water. You now pour water into this flask and fill it till it gets to this mark here, okay? Then you shake it well, and then while you are reading off the exact level of the water here, make sure your eyes is at the lower meniscus, not at the upper meniscus, okay? So the lower meniscus gives you the what? Exact volume, which is 1 dm cube of the solution. Let's take, for instance, the amount of the solute that can dissolve in 1 dm cube of a solution contained in this flask at 25 degrees Celsius gives the solubility of that salt at that particular temperature, okay? Now, different salts have different solubilities at different temperature. Depending on the temperature you are looking at, the amount of that salt or the amount of the solute that can dissolve in 1 dm cube of the solution at that particular temperature gives the solubility. I'll return shortly so that we'll look at how we can calculate